Oh my goodness, y'all. Grab your tissues and your favorite drink because the tea I'm about to spill about the Braxton family drama is scalding hot. And honey, if you thought we were done with all the messiness surrounding Tracy Braxton's passing, you better buckle up because this roller coaster is just leaving the station. Let me tell you something, this drama is getting deeper and messier by the minute, and it's all centered around Tracy's will. Now sit down for this because what I'm about to tell you is going to have your jaw on the floor. Our girl Tracy, may she rest in peace, made the boldest move before she left this earth. She put her precious son, Kevin Jr., in charge of everything. And when I say everything, I mean very thing. Can you believe she specifically kept her sister's hands completely off her estate? But Chile, looking at how they're out here shamelessly capitalizing on her death right now, Miss Tracy wasn't just right, she was prophetic. Now, let me break down this will situation for you because, baby, it is a whole situation that needs to be unpacked piece by piece. Tracy left such specific instructions about her funeral arrangements that it would make a wedding planner jealous. She made her baby boy Kevin Jr. her personal representative, and that's not just some fancy title. This means he's the one responsible for handling all those funeral expenses and any debts from her illness. But wait, it gets even more specific. She requested just one viewing and to be cremated. And here's the gag. She didn't even want her organizations, Zeta Beta Sorry Incorporated and Order of the Eastern Stars, making any appearances. The level of detail in this will is giving us organization queen. But hold on to your wigs because there's more. Tracy put both Kevin Jr. and his daddy, Kevin Sr., in charge of choosing what she'd wear for her final viewing and who could attend. That's right, she gave them full control over the guest list. And when it comes to Tracy's brand and likeness, because you know our girl was building an empire, guess who's taking over when the time is right? You guessed it, Kevin Jr. Now before y'all start thinking Kevin Sr. was left out in the cold, let me tell you, he got his share too. The man received some bank accounts, a stunning diamond ring, and even the remains of Tracy's niece, Lauren Braxton. They also divided up the real estate properties and whatever was left of the estate between father and son. Child, when this will started making its rounds, the rumors started flying faster than birds heading south for winter. People were saying Tracy changed everything to favor her son because, and this is where it gets real messy, she discovered Big Kev gave her HPV from his cheating ways. And they're saying that's what led to her throat cancer. The streets are talking, honey, and they're saying Tracy knew exactly what she was doing when she left almost everything to her son. But let me spill this scalding hot tea about why the sisters got nothing. And baby, this tea is bitter. Apparently, Tracy felt so mistreated by them that she couldn't trust them with her legacy, and now people are starting to see exactly what Tracy was dealing with. They're pointing out how, when the Braxtons first hit our screens, it looked like the sisters were meeting Tracy for the first time, just like we were. Remember that absolutely disrespectful episode where they visited her and did nothing but complain about her cooking? The audacity. The disrespect was so real it could have had its own zip code. Now, this is where things start getting really heavy with Kevin Jr., and my heart just breaks for this young man. Poor thing has been going through it since the very first episode of the new show. First, we find out he's getting divorced from his wife Olivia Herron, as if losing his mama wasn't enough to deal with. Then Trina comes through with this devastating tea about how Junior and Senior barely speak anymore during their time of grief. And Chile, during one episode, there was all this drama with the police. Tamar caught him acting suspicious on the phone, and then Tawanda drops this bomb that someone snitched about Kevin having a warrant. The shade of it all. Who would do something so messy at a time like this? Kevin Jr. really opened up about his divorce being the hardest thing he's faced all year, says he was completely blindsided and tried everything he could to fight for his family, but Olivia wasn't having any of it. She said he didn't fight hard enough, but Lord knows that man was already fighting so many battles. But hold on to your pearls because that's not even the scariest part. After a grief counseling session, production found him unconscious on the floor. They had to call Tawanda immediately, who rushed over like her life depended on it. Turns out our boy started having seizures after his mama passed. It's just absolutely heartbreaking.
Me no. You told me no. You told me no. You told me no. You told me no. When I asked you if Lick live in a house, at the condo, you said no though. But you said no. You told me no. You told me no. I'm not lying. I have no reason to lie to you. Pull your mother. There you go. There you go. Let's do it. 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 Let's be pull your mother. Cancer. You call my wife cancer.
Now let's talk about this mess with Kevin Sr. because there's footage going around of him giving Junior a proper whooping. All you can hear is Junior saying, "You told me no," over and over while Senior calls him a liar and, I can't even believe I'm about to say this, blames him for Tracy's cancer. The audacity, the absolute audacity of it all. And don't even get me started on how Senior's been exposing the family left and right. He's out here claiming the sisters are disrespecting him and using Tracy's death for their own gain. Y'all remember that whole funeral drama? Senior and Tracy's manager planned this beautiful service with viewing and Zoom links so everyone could pay their respects, but the sisters were out here saying that went against Tracy's wishes. They were swearing up and down that Tracy wanted immediate cremation, no funeral, no wake, nothing. The level of family discord is just heartbreaking.
How close was the Braxtons with Junior before Tracy got sick?
20%.
Oh, okay.
The messiness didn't stop there. Oh no, it got even worse. Tracy's own daddy wasn't even on the guest list at first. Can you believe that? The man had to sit in the 4th row after someone from the church recognized him. But Senior's not taking these accusations lying down. He's clapping back, saying Tracy's father was never denied access and that the sisters and mama were all invited but chose not to show up. The plot just keeps thickening. Senior's really not holding anything back anymore. He went on Instagram Live after the show premiered, throwing shade so subtle you'd miss it if you blinked, but we caught it. He was talking about all these problems with the Braxtons, and then in another interview, he just let it all hang out. He spilled every last drop of tea, said the sisters never liked him from the very beginning, and even pressured Tracy to end her pregnancy and leave the group. Can you imagine putting that kind of pressure on your own sister? And if that wasn't enough, he revealed that Junior's struggling with alcohol since losing his mama. My heart just breaks for this family. Let me pause right here and get into this footage that's been circulating showing Senior and Junior in this heated altercation. Y'all need to understand the gravity of what we're seeing here. This wasn't just some little disagreement. This was raw emotional pain playing out right before our eyes. And the way Junior kept saying, "You told me no," while his daddy's calling him a liar, it's just too much to handle.
Absolutely saw the episode. So this is the illegitimate child situation. So I told you earlier, I have a daughter. And so at that time, remember I told you earlier also, I used to work a lot. So when Tracy and them started doing the show, I eased up on work and then I was home more and I was taking care of, like my home. So my grandson just spent a lot of time with him. My grandson is Zaire from my daughter. So Zaire used to come over the house and my favorite spot, Sherelle, is Starbucks. So me and him would go to Starbucks and we would partake in my venti chai and, we had fun. But he was hyper, so he was all over the place. So this girl saw me at Starbucks and she put it on Twitter. I'm in the Starbucks with a child. And, I guess the rumor went from there. So my sister-in-law, Tawanda, had got with Tracy's management team, which the assistant manager, they came up with this thing that I had an illegitimate child, and they put it on the show. But the child was my grandson, Zaire. And so the funny part is, like I was telling Trey, I said, Trey, that's how we ended up going on marriage boot camp. I said, so if you look at it, it looked one way, but it turned into something else because we was able to go on marriage boot camp and work out some of our issues. So it really elevated our marriage. So thank you. Is what I said to that situation.
Now here's where things get really complicated, honey. Some people are out here painting Senior as the villain in this whole situation, but others are saying something completely different. They're saying the sisters are just projecting all their guilt about how they treated Tracy onto him. And let's talk about how they're publicizing all this drama between Junior and Senior, but won't let Senior on the show to tell his side of the story. The math ain't mathing, sis. And get this, some folks are saying the sisters are just using Junior for the money. Isn't it interesting how they didn't include him in family functions friends when Tracy was alive, but now they want him everywhere the cameras are rolling? Make it make sense. The timing is suspicious and people are starting to notice. You know what? Maybe Tracy saw through all this mess with her sisters and that's exactly why she kept them away from her estate. She might have been trying to protect her son from all this drama, but look at how things turned out anyway. The way this family's handling their grief is just heart-wrenching to watch, especially when you consider everything Tracy went through while she was still here with us. And let's not forget about how the sisters treated Tracy's husband after she passed. They're out here making him look like a deadbeat when this man stood by Tracy's side through everything. He went to every single doctor's appointment, was there through all her treatments, and now they want to act like he wasn't the one who held her hand until the very end? The disrespect is astronomical. The way this whole situation is playing out in the public eye is just tragic. We're watching this family fall apart when they should be coming together to honor Tracy's memory. Instead, we're seeing all this infighting, blame-throwing, and money-grabbing happening right before our eyes. It's like they forgot that Tracy was more than just a reality TV star. She was a mother, a wife, a sister, and a daughter who deserved better than all this drama. But what do y'all think about all this mess? Are the sisters really just trying to milk Tracy's death for all it's worth? What about them using Kevin Jr.? You think that's what's really going on here? And let's talk about Kevin Sr. Is he really the villain they're making him out to be? Or is he just a grieving husband trying to protect his son and his late wife's legacy? Drop your thoughts below because this tea is scalding and we need to discuss every last drop of it.